There it is. You are live. Hey, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. Let me go to this other device, make sure you can hear me. And also that it's even broadcasting. And it's not. So let me go back, go back and get in, give people some time to get notified that we in here. Um, okay. That was something that was on my thing there. Still says I'm not live. Okay. Don't know what's happening right now. That's okay. That's Facebook. There we go. Give people some time. Okay. That was something that was on my thing. So it's working. Y'all can hear me. So let's just move forward. So hey everybody, hashtag single moms level up. Single moms level up. I've been using my new toy for a couple of days. My new toy being my mic. Haven't quite figured out the stand yet. Which is crazy, because another fun fact about me. I also let me just say this. My name is Bess Parks. I'm the founder and of the Single Moms Club private Facebook group, and also Single Moms Level Up. Yes, we got Single Moms Level Up YouTube on with us, broadcasting into that platform. Again, I had second thoughts about that because I was like, the whole point of this is to get as many single moms involved in conversations about some of the struggles and things that we go through and that we want to attain or achieve. And so I was like, why am I cutting them out when I should be inviting them in? So I'm doing the lives and having it broadcast back out into the Single Moms Level Up YouTube page. I was also under the impression that I can't have a YouTube channel and a podcast off of that same account, but apparently I can. I'm learning a lot of this technology stuff at myself. I'm not totally computer savvy, but I can learn new things. I enjoy learning new things. I'm open to learn new things, and so I'm learning about that, about some podcasting, which we'll be having a podcast show as soon as I. It's coming soon. Let me just say, coming soon. So we are broadcasting live in the Single Moms Club private Facebook group, also on Single Moms Level Up. And we announced yesterday what was in the Single Mom Queen Kit, which is the giveaway that happens once a month during these events. There is a giveaway of a Single Mom Queen Kit to the mom that is deemed the top contributor of the group. How do you become a part of that? How do you um, get involved with that if you want to win a free Single Mom Queen Kit? It comes in, I do have the box still right here. It comes in this box. It comes in this box, and this will get mailed to your home with a whole lot of self care and self love items in there, encouragement, things, for your face, for your body, for your feet and toes and your fingers. So it's basically a starter kit, and you could use that to get that started, because as single moms, we tend to leave ourselves last. And we need to actually start putting ourselves at the top of the list, so that we can be full, so that we can help all the people that are dependent and relying on us, especially our children. And then the other relationships that we have. We talked about relationships yesterday, and it's not just our kids; it's with our family, our friends, and everybody, and how we all can help each other, and how we learn from each other through our relationships that we have with other people. So today is day 5. Today's day 5 of the evolution of a working single mom. That's the event that we're talking about, and the topic that we're talking about. This event, I called it the evolution of a working single mom. I think I'm just going to change it to be just a single moms level up event, and then just list what that event is and what it entails and all that stuff, and what you get out. Excuse me. What you get out of that. Um, the session topic for today, day 5, is finances. So, happy Finance Friday. Happy Finance Friday. And I just want to know, have you saved some money today? What did did you save some money today? So, I'm asking that because for single moms, it seems to be a hard thing to do. For working single moms, unless you have a very high paying job, and even then, if we don't know, how we're supposed to be doing stuff and how you accomplish these things. Yes, you hear it. Oh, save for a rainy day, save for this, save for that, save for that. But how do you? What's the process? How do I attain that? Where do I go to do that? How does that work? And what's my relationship? What's our relationship with money? So I had to figure out what my relationship with money was. I'm gonna move this day 5 evolution. Yeah, I'm gonna move that because I keep pulling the thing down, and it's next thing you know it's going to be in my lap. But yeah, so we have to figure out what our relationship with money is. So my relationship with money was that I saw my mom pull out a credit card, and I wanted a credit card. you know, I wanted a credit card. Uh it wasn't attached to a bank account, it was just a credit card. So back when I was younger, they didn't have debit cards that were attached to your bank account that had a MasterCard or Visa logo on it. It was an ATM card, and then you had credit cards. So so I saw my mom use this credit card, not realizing that this credit card had to be paid back on a timely basis. um, I actually, no, that's not true. That's a lie. I just lied. I knew that it had to be paid back in 30 days. I knew that all of that, but I didn't know how to manage what I was spending according to what I had coming in. Um, I didn't know how to limit myself as to what I do and how I pay that back and have a plan for paying it back within the 30 days. I didn't know how to do that portion of it. So when I was in excuse me, when I was in high school, my mom well, actually, I chose to be in this class called On Your Own. My mom recommended it. It was either On Your Own or some other class that I really was not interested in being a part of. Didn't really know exactly what On Your Own class was about. I just knew that it was supposed to teach you about being on your own. I believe this was my junior year in high school. Yeah, I think it was my junior year in high school that this happened, that I took this class. And so this class taught us about balancing your checkbook and having a checking and a savings account, and taught us about cooking and grocery shopping and keeping the staples in your cupboard so that you can make things, and telling us what those staples are, and to keep those things. If you always have those things, you'll always eat. Told us the difference between the teacher she told us the difference between frozen foods and fresh foods and canned foods. There we go. I knew there was 3. So she told us the difference between all of those, and how the prices were. So she told us, well, all the how the prices were, how to read all the labels, realizing that some of these things are exactly the same ingredients. Um, Frozen and fresh vegetables are actually better than the canned ones. The canned ones tend to have preservatives in it, to preserve them in the can, of course. But she taught us all of that. But she taught us, balancing our checkbooks. She also taught us sewing. And we actually sewed something like, a piece of clothing or something or whatever you wanted to do. I ended up sewing my homecoming dress. And she's like, I don't know why you chose one of these hard things because it had lace and taffeta around the bottom. It was like a mermaid fit dress, and I don't know why I chose that, but I wanted to sew my own dress. So I did, and it came out really well, and I was proud of it. I have no idea where that dress is. It's probably toe up anyway from the floor. Probably got eaten by moths and whatever else. But anyway, so I learned all that stuff. So I didn't really know what my relationship with money was then. I thought I had a good relationship and I thought I was financially literate. I thought I knew about money, actually. I didn't know there was a literacy to money, which is a deeper knowledge of money, which I did not have. My mom, my mom realized that when my sister and I both ended up having some money issues with credit cards and debt and all this other stuff. And she realized that when I think I was in my 20s, my early 20s, which means my sister was in her late 20s. And my mom got us this book called The 9 Steps to Financial Freedom, which she got introduced to through Oprah. She had watched Oprah, and she gifted these books to myself and my sister, and we got together once a week and we started talking about our finances. So we didn't actually make it through the whole book because me and my sister were both adults, and all of our schedules and my mom's schedules they weren't coordinating. So we only made it through some of the things in that book. One of the things that I can share from that book that I still do to this day, if I keep finding out that my money seems to be just disappearing, running through my hands like water, then what I will do for a whole entire week is I will keep all my receipts, which means if I go to the gas station, I get a receipt. Go to the grocery store, I get a receipt. I keep all my receipts. All my receipts for everything that I get, and this is really important, especially with cards, because we're paying everything with cards. You often don't realize how much you're swiping that doggone card. Um, so I keep all the receipts, and at the end of the week, I will add up all those receipts or write down where all these receipts and where that money went to, and see the places where, hey, I did too much in this area, or did I really need to do that? Do I need to adjust something? Do I need to, you know, s- uh, um, pack my lunch? Do I need to, not go out so much, or do I need to? Hey, I could have waited to get that at a later time. So that's something that I do. So that I did when I started becoming a little bit more literate about things. My mom had also in that book, it talked about these club stores. So, like Costco in California, they got a place called Smart and Final. I think out here that's Jovi's. I'm not sure. In Texas, I'm not totally sure, but uh, but they had those stores, Sam's Club, those club stores. Okay, so the bulk stores, I should say. So when you go to the bulk stores, yes, you're buying things in an extreme bulk, but I compared me buying something at the store like paper towels and in this bulk, and then me buying paper towels through a regular store. So I compared the two and realized I was spending like almost double the amount, double, almost triple the amount, truthfully, because the amount of paper towels at the regular store in at any store in like a excuse me a 3 pack or whatever um was I was going to the store too much. When I buy like a pack of paper towels from Sam's Club, I pay basically I'll say $20 with the tax. $20 for that. But I can go to in order for me to pay $20 at the store, I could buy 2 packs and still not have the same amount of what I get from Sam's Club. So Sam's Club, the rolls are bigger. You get more paper towels in the rolls, and you get more packages of paper towels a big thing. And I mean, the thing is like huge and it lasts for a month, just about a month. So I did that and I compared, I did 1 month and I did only grocery shopping at grocery stores. And then I did 1 month of shopping at Sam's Club. Now there's some things that you just can't, that are just better. Okay. Sorry. I gotta pick up my grandson and somebody's telling me to hold on to your love. You got to hold on. Oops. I can spell. Okay. So anyway, I compared that and saw the difference. I saw the difference in it and I was actually ending up saving more money once you put it, you really do have to put it in perspective of this is how much you're saving per year. Cuz initially you're going to think, "Oh, well it's not that much." But if you add it up over 12 months of you doing that same there's some difference in there, and I found like I think it was about a little over $1,000 difference of me purchasing things from Sam Club versus purchasing things, at a regular store. So what I did, especially with two kids, and one of them, was my son. Boys eat a lot, you know what I'm saying? So it's better for me to get this bulk and make more, be able to make more food and stuff so that he could get his nutrition and all that stuff. And then my daughter and I could do the same. It just made sense, on paper and when I figured it all out. So you could take a whole month and figure this out for yourself. So take a whole month and go get all your stuff from the regular store, what you normally do if you shop at grocery stores. Um, do that and then go to Sam's Club and do the same shopping and shop at Sam's Club. Now at Sam's Club, what I was finding out because I did have a son was that I needed to go shop there twice a week. Twice a month, I mean, not twice a week, but twice a month. The grocery store, oftentimes I was having to go back to the grocery store, um, for I was having to go back to the store more often. So I was going to the store, I would buy my stuff. It would last for maybe a week, and then I have to go back to the store again, maybe a week and a half, and then I have to go back to the store again, another week and a half. So I was actually ended up going to the store once a week, to resupply and restock up. And I was like, what is going on? But when we don't pay attention, it's just part of the routine. We're just going through and it's automatic. It's an automatic thing and we don't think about what we're doing. We're just doing it. But when I found that out, I was like, hey, I need to pay attention. Some of the things I also did with my kids was like we used to go to McDonald's a lot for breakfast, and we used to go get donuts and stuff in the morning and all that stuff. So McDonald's ended up being a treat and not something we did on a regular basis. I showed my kids how to make their own breakfast sandwiches with the Pillsbury Pillsbury biscuits, the buttermilk biscuits. With the buttermilk biscuits and cheese and eggs and stuff. My kids knew how to make eggs. And so I showed them how to do that themselves. So for years, my kids know how to cook. You know what I'm saying? When they were about 6 or 7 years old enough to stand over the stove and not, burn themselves, I started teaching them how to cook and how to cook simple stuff, macaroni and cheese, out of the box. I would teach them how to macaroni and cheese out of the box, how to make some eggs, how to make a grilled cheese. I would teach them those things and taught them how to cook. Both my kids can cook really well when they want to. Um, uh, it's just, they choose not to most of the time. But now just because they have their social lives are more important. But my both my kids know how to cook. Um, and then that's some of the things where I was saving money with the groceries. So saving money with clothes, um I would buy things out of season. So, very much so when my kids were babies, for sure I did that. All the baby stores are like going out of business now. Now, Bye Bye Baby's gone too, and I just found Bye Bye Baby, and I got a grandson. I was like, you got to be kidding me! But I would go to these stores, these baby stores, and show up at clearance. Clearance is usually getting rid of winter stuff in the summertime. Like right now, they'd be getting rid of winter stuff. So I would buy stuff according to how I paid attention, how the growth pattern was for my child at the time. And I said, okay, well, when winter comes back, they're gonna be, in 9 to 12 months, or they're gonna be in 2T or 3T or 4T. I would buy stuff ahead of time. I wouldn't buy a whole bunch of stuff, but at least they would have a few outfits. And keep those, uh, you know, uh, in the back of the closet, and I also did not have a bunch of stuff either. So I would keep the winter stuff in the back of the closet and the summer stuff on one side of the closet. So I had two sides of the closet. And so, we would often go through the closet, whatever we can't wear, we put it in a bag and we go donate it at the donation drop box, in the neighborhood somewhere. Or we used to have in California this donation truck that would come by once a month, I think. And so we would drop it off. We would leave it on the curb and they'd pick it up. Toys, whatever, they would take it all. Whatever they couldn't take, they would just leave on the curb and you just throw it out or whatever. But here in Texas, there's drop boxes for clothes and stuff. So we would do that, and so we've done that here in Texas as well. So other things with finances is saving. So, I found for myself, and I know some people do envelopes for their finances, and do the envelope method. I've done that before, and that does work well for me. But I wasn't doing very good with the savings. So I recently found a way of doing savings for me that works for me, and I want to share that with you. So this savings thing is for it to come directly out of my paycheck and have it direct deposited into my savings account. So I have a separate savings account that is not part of the same bank. It's not at the same bank as my checking account. My checking account is at one bank. My savings account is at another bank. Um, I set that up, my savings account up to where first off, it has no checking account attached to it. It's only a savings account. So there's no Visa or MasterCard logo on it. And I limited how that card can be used. It can only be used at a grocery store. I can't use it at a clothing store. I can't use it at a gas station. None of those things. And if I do need to do that, I have to go to the bank, pull the money out of the ATM. That makes me think because now I got to go all the way to this bank and it's a credit union. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I could just, I could go to another credit union, but it's going to cost me a lot to get money out. The fees, are like $3, $4 sometimes to get money out of an ATM that's not your credit union. So I did that for myself, and that's been working for me lately. I've had that account before, but what I was doing was putting my grocery money in the savings account and then my bill money in my bank account. That wasn't working very well because now I'm used to using both cards all the time. And so I would take things to the hilt, and I had no savings. So I recently switched to this way of doing it where now um um I have a percentage of my paycheck that is direct deposited into my savings account, and it's what I want to save, the percentage that I want to save. I got a raise, I increase the percentage of what I'm saving. And when I get another raise, I'm going to increase the amount that I'm saving. And so that account, I don't even touch it. I just leave it alone unless I have, that's my basically emergency fund, my savings, my emergency fund. And I didn't realize how well I was doing with that, and the only card that I was swiping anywhere was my checking account card. That's the only card I was swiping. And so I did that, and it was in my mindset, this is what I'm going to do. I had put it down as one of, in my mind to do that wrote it down, and that's what I've been doing, and I've been doing very well with that. So I had a whole lot of repairs that came up with my car recently, that I had to do because I got a ticket. I got a fix it ticket because my registration was past due and I didn't have car insurance. It was just one of those things, that just happened because things got a little buck wild and out of control. And I had this life changing event that came about, which was my grandson that came into our lives, and it just threw me a little bit off for a loop. And then, just a lot of things happen. I'm not even going to go and get into it because I want to be respectful and be done in 30 minutes. So anyway, all these things came up, and so um, uh, I'm saying that I realized then in 2020 that was not financially literate. So I knew about the basics about money, but I didn't really have a deep knowledge of finances. And so I also realized that if I didn't have it, then I didn't teach it to my kids. So I'm having to go back and share information with them about some things that I'm learning and sharing as I go. And so this was one of the things that I learned, was to have a savings account, have it separate. Don't touch it. Just have stuff come directly out of my direct deposit. Don't depend on myself to put some money in there, because something, of course, is going to come up that's going to require that money. And it's going to be exactly what you're putting into the account, or just a little bit under, So now I don't pay attention to what's being direct deposited over there. I don't look to see what it is. You know, um, my paycheck is what my paycheck is. And I don't pay attention to what's in that bank account. Um, and that helped me out when I had these repairs that came up that I had to do in order to get my car registered. And I didn't realize how much money I had in there. And it was one thing that needed to be repaired, another thing we needed to be repaired. And I kept going back to the account. And when I went to the account the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I had saved so much money. And I was like, well, that's cool. And now I felt like I was emptying the account, but I didn't. It was only half the money, but then something else came up that took another quarter of that. And then I also learned through this getting that ticket, which actually happened for me, not to me, because it taught me that I do know how to save. I can save for things, because I had to save for these repairs that wiped out my savings account. Then I had to, save up money to fix these other repairs. And I found ways to do that in a way that I was keeping up with it, and I was getting things done like every 2 to 3 weeks. I was getting something done. 2 to 3 weeks I was getting something done, and I got an extension, and then got something done, and then got this and got something done. And then, I did get to a point where I did need to ask for help. Somebody that I knew, relationship, happened to be a family member, helped me out with getting this final thing done to get my car registered. They helped me out with that, and now my car is registered through 2024. Yeah, I'm legal, y'all. I'm not riding dirty no more. I'm not riding dirty no more. But anyway, so um, meaning that my registration is done, is up to date, and I have insurance. Nothing else, y'all. Nothing else. But anyway, so think of some of these things of your finances and how you could help yourself out. One of the main things is to find out where your money's going. We have to know where we are so that we can figure out where we're going. And yes, it's a scary thing, and I used to hate doing that because I got student loans. And that's a lot to have to look at that, student loans and whatever else. I know that where I am, where I was, a year ago. I know that I've improved a lot, and that I've got a little ways to go, but I could do it. I could do it as long as I focus, and I continue to increase my education in finances. And and know that nothing's a lost cause, y'all. We can keep going, keep pushing, keep moving forward. And if you need help with that, and you need to pay somebody to help you to work to get your credit back right, and pay these debts down and stuff, that do it, it's worth it. That's something that I plan on doing, because I think I need a little bit of help, because I'm way out there, with some of my debt, but it's okay, and it's all going to work out, and it's all going to be good. So there we go, y'all. That's the topic with finances. Um, if you want to get a resource guide, I usually introduce this resource guide. I'll drop the link in the group for this resource guide. It's got financial literacy coaches. It's got connections to counseling people. It's got connections to, if you want to start your own business, if you want to have a .com business, basically an online business. If you want to do that, there's resources for that. There's resources for free book trials, free book reads. In the group, in the single moms club, there are some featured books up at the top. Those are free reads. You get your first free read through Audible. Audible is a good place to start reading, because we may not have time, but you can listen to that on the way to work and listen to it on the way home. Yes, you might need to listen to it a few times in order to get the content totally. Or you could listen to it and take notes. Either way. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching live. Thank you for watching the replays and participating in yet another Single Moms Level Up event. And thank you for being here on day 5 of the evolution of a working single mom. Here's one thing I want to offer you guys. If you'd like to go further and be more in contact and get together on a weekly basis instead of just a monthly basis, you could go to singlemomslevelup.com and sign up for the Single Moms Level Up membership group. The membership group is a paid membership. There's payment plans on there. You can pay it all at once, however you want to do that. And I know this is not for everybody, but that's okay. If it's not for you, don't worry about it. I'll see you guys next month. The challenges will always will be, will be free, and be here again next month. And I will see you guys at the Single Moms Level Up event next month. Bye. Hey, the recordings, the replays for everything will stay up all the way through Tuesday of next week. Tuesday will be the giveaway day. So if you want to binge watch all of the recordings, you could do that in basically about I think 2 to 2.5 hours. And you could binge watch and have all the recordings done. Put a like, put your biggest takeaway in the comments. Share it with another single mom that you might know. Invite another single mom into the group. That's how you get into the running to win a to win get in the running to win a Single Mom Queen kit, which is a self-care starter kit and a self-love starter kit. It's good stuff, y'all. It's good stuff. I use this stuff myself, and I'm just sharing with y'all. That's all. But anyway, I'll see you guys next month. Actually, I'll see you guys Tuesday at the giveaway. Much love. Hashtag. Oh, let me get this. Hashtag Single Moms Level Up. Bye. Oh man, it's been a week. It's